Hello, Ariana. Let me know if you can hear me good because I'm trying to use a microphone to see if it works well with this because when I go to step away, I can still be heard. Duncan, Duncan. All right, good. I am very early today. The rest of the family's out of town on vacation, so I'm going to stay behind and take care of the critters. Hey, DJ. I need to check the tracking on your sign to see where it's at because I can't. It's the tracking numbers in my other truck, so I'll have to go look and see what it is. I'd be willing to bet it'll be there this week. Great Dane says hello from East Tennessee. Hello. We're just chilling with Duncan right now. I'm about to go in and do his skincare. I'm just letting him do his thing right now because he just had his dinner. And see, one of my piglets got me today. I was trying to get something she was supposed to. Yeah, oh yeah, it happens. Eric Goldman. Hi Eric Goldman from Kentucky, Louisville. Duncan, you ready to do your skincare, bud? Oh no, are you okay? Yeah, I'm sure DJ's good. She deals with pigs, so she's used to probably getting nipped and stepped on, and it's fun. It's all a part of it. Not always fun, but it's all a part of it. I now have bite marks on my middle finger. Quasi is such a little punk, but I do love her. Axel says, hello, sweet Duncan family. Hello, Axel from Germany. I remembered that. And let's see, Ivan said hi. Hello, Ivan. If I can get him back over here, I'm going to get his skin done. Duncan, come here, bud. Come here. Let's see. I wish I knew how to turn tracking on YouTube Live with this gimbal because it has the live tracking, but I don't know how to if it'll even let me enable it on here. Because in that way I could just have it follow automatically instead of having to track it all the time. Duncan, come here. It'll let me do like green screen backgrounds and stuff on here, but that's about it. Let's see, Patricia says, hello, handsome Duncan. He is over in the corner right now sniffing the goats because I dumped some of the hay out over there, and he likes to grab him a couple little mouthfuls of Bermuda. I'm going to try to see if I can get him back over here so I can do his skin. So let me try this a second. Duncan, come here, bud. Come here. Duncan, come here. Come here. Let's see if the bag rattle works. Yeah, I thought it would. Yeah, you won't listen to me, but you'll listen to a bag rattle. Recently we inside now. The dog where. Oh no, that ain't no good, Ariana. Let's see. I also had to go shower because my pig got treats today and decided to get me yucky muddy water. My boar has taught the kids to splash me, which learned from his big brother. Yeah, Duncan does that from time to time. He knows exactly when I'm giving him a bath. He knows exactly what to do to completely ruin that. Here, bud. We got to back up just a bit so I can do your hair. Okay? Can we do that? Oh, now the goats are going. Oh, forgot I got it locked. Hey, bud. Come back over here. Come here. Come here. Watch out for your bowling ball. There you go. This is just spray. I was able to give him a bath yesterday though. So that was good. He only flipped and flopped on me about 3 times. Ain't that right? Hmm? Ain't that right? You're gonna start scratching on me, aren't you? No. 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 No, 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 no. Get up, 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 get up. Seriously. Well, he flopped on me again. I don't know if anybody could see that. I can't tell. I can't see my screen. Don't. No, don't lean on me. Get up. Well, that was a waste of time. If everybody can see it, let me see. He decided to flip and flop. Can't at least wait till I get done, and you got mud all over you. No, don't lean into me. Don't lean in. You're not using me as a scratching post. No, no. No. You're not scratching on me. No. No. I know what you're trying to do, and you're not doing it. Quit with the tail. That thing's a weapon. Oh, got the wiggles. Does it feel that good? You be a good boy. Can I kiss? Can I kiss? Okay. Congratulations, sir. You got mud on you again. Whew. So let me try. Oh, pretty sure. I had a great Easter. What about y'all? Yep. Ate too much. Mini dashing. Of course. Yay. Let's see. Hold on. Yes, the Easter was good here. We didn't do really much of anything, which makes it even better. We kind of just hung out with the family, and I'm out of breath trying to fight him from leaning on me. But I was able to find him a bowling ball to play with. $6 at Goodwill. What a great deal. I'll be right back. I need to go get something for my birthday, which is on Friday. Oh, well, happy early birthday. In case we don't hear from you Friday. I don't know what all's in store for me for the week because I am home alone and at large. Oh. Dunkie, can I come spray? Huh? Can I spray again? I just need to spray the top of your back. I'm not gonna brush you. I'm just spraying. Bruh. 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 Does Duncan eat eggs? Are you asking, does he eat eggs, Axel? Or are you asking if he did eat eggs for Easter? Because if it's the second one, no, he didn't eat any for Easter. But yes, he will eat eggs. That's actually I'm glad you actually mentioned just eggs in general, because I've actually got to boil him some tonight, because I like to throw one in with his meal in the mornings or night. Great source of protein, and it is really good for their skin and coat too. We learned that from all the show pigs. Oh, my 3 Doberman, Husky, Chihuahua. Don't have to ask who anyone thinks is the boss. Oh, of course it's the Chihuahua. Look, he's still got a pretty show pig stance. And as soon as I zoom in, he moves. Don't. He's gotten into a thing. I don't know if anybody remembers me mentioning, but those battens on the wall, those little lines, he's a while back he got bored, was trying to take them off, and now he's doing it again. Duncan! I actually had to stop him the other night because he had took a strip and like pulled like a huge splinter off of it. Like, just, it was probably a good 8 inches long, a strip he peeled off, and I had to run and take it from him. And then as soon as I turned around, I hear him doing it again. It was actually that one where you can see the bare wood right there. So yeah, thanks. Now he's gonna go mess with the spool. He got mad at it. You're so cute, buddy. He got mad at it the other night. He flipped the spool up, and he may do it again, but he flicks it up to where it almost flips, and then it comes back down and cracks him in the head. And he did that a couple times, and it popped him in the head one good time, and he just went, oof, and then he turned around and started biting it out of anger. Ain't that right, Duncan? Duncan. Now he's gonna and that cinder block, it's not in here for him to play with. It is actually in here so the goats can run and jump up on it and onto the spool. But he likes to take it, and I was really impressed with his strength the other day, just from his mouth. He actually took and put his snout through the hole of that cinder block and grabbed it with his snout and just walked around the pen with it. I found out yesterday that Mabel likes strawberries. Everybody likes strawberries. No, not really, but strawberries are good. Let's see. Not good. Ooh, why is this thing tipping? Duncan. Now he's over there. Are the goats up? No, they're not up. I'll say if they're up, he likes to go over there and go nose to nose with them, or try to pull at their fur when they got their backs turned. If they're like their fur sticking through the fence, he'll try to take and pull it with his teeth. Find odd stuff that we don't think they will play with. Oh, if you ever want to find, and you probably know this, if you ever want to find something they're not supposed to chew on, give them 10 minutes of unsupervised time. And I couldn't tell you how many times we've had him out here doing his own thing, and then we started getting a lot. Our cameras pick up sound too, so if there's different sounds that it's not used to, it'll send me an alert, and I'll turn it on and look at it, and I'll hear what sounds like metal in his mouth. And somehow I'm guessing when they built this house, I've found a good bit of them, but digging deeper and deeper and deeper down into the dirt, he's finding nails, and I'm having to run out here and rip them out of his mouth before he just chews them up, but I still have to try to rip them out of his mouth. Since I found one of those microscopic worms in them. Patricia, that's just protein. Just eat it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. This summer I'm gonna make homemade dog treats. I've seen a lot of people do that on the YouTube. But yeah, Patricia, don't worry about them microscopic worms or even a big worm. Just eat it, and it's just added protein. It may be a little chewy or off textured a little bit, but it'll be fine. Might really like to mess with the trash when they have escaped. Um, Duncan's never actually did that. He has every opportunity when he's out here walking around with us to get. He goes over to the garbage can but he associates it. That's where we set his treats on top of the lid a good bit of times. We use it as a table. But now we're really fancy because I got an extra one of those that we use for an outside table. That's how you know you've made it in this world. Now he's found the root that he dug up. Why is he having trouble? Oh, it looks like one end of it's sticking out the other side of the fence. And see, now he's all muddy. He wasn't muddy before. Duncan! Duncan! He's not listening. Bet if I get the treats again, he will. Alright, he didn't hear me grab them. You have to wash them. A special to get rid of them. Said like someone who serves them. I'll leave those worms for you. Ah, well, there's sometimes when you go to eat something and you don't really know what it is, and you eat it and you're like, this could be anything, you don't know what it is, but if you're hungry enough, you're gonna eat it no matter what. I've eaten a lot of questionable things over my years, and it's one of those things where somebody says, what's in it? It's like, don't worry about it, just eat it. And then if you don't question it, it tastes just the same or even better. I'm going to this Ignis car show this summer. I'm excited. I've only been to like one car show my entire life, and I'm just not a car guy. I found that out early in life. A week after we put the girls in their pen, before we submitted them, they got out and went through the trash. Neighbors' horses scared them. The others went into the woods. I don't know if y'all know what that is. The St. Ignace car show. If I was guessing, it's a very large, prominent car show. A bunch of old muscle cars and just old timey cars. That'd be my guess. Do you eat super fast? When my son Drew came out of the military, he ate. I think it was take. Yeah, actually, I still do. And yes, and there's some times where I do eat slow. It just depends on what I'm eating, but usually like I don't generally eat breakfast. Sometimes I'll eat lunch. I might eat a light dinner. It just depends on what I've got going on. But if it's one of those days where I've just got to go, yeah, I can stuff it down All right, can y'all hear me? I had to answer a phone call, so I lost sound for a second. Okay, yeah. I had it connected to my microphone, but I didn't know if y'all heard me when my phone started ringing. I guess it cut sound as soon as my phone started ringing. But I tried to connect back with my microphone. Buddy, I don't have nothing. That's it. That was all the papaya. I tried to connect back to the microphone, but I guess it just didn't want to do it. So now I'm back on my phone. Buddy, that's it, bud. That's it. That's it. See? 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 Yeah, those are, he really likes those really good. Look at your pretty eyes. Aren't we a demanding bunch? Yeah. No, it's all good. It just, I don't know. I'm actually going to try to, well, you know what? I do just as good without the microphone, so we ain't going to worry about it. Yeah, these are, trying to see amount per serving, which is, sorry, I'm trying to read this. Person with package at the front door. Oh, it's Amazon. That must mean Duncan got more treats because I haven't ordered anything. I'm trying to read these. The only thing about these papayas is these right here. The only thing that's negative about them, I mean, it's not a negative for, well, I mean, I guess it would be a negative for anybody or any animal. They are lightly sweetened. It even says it. So he only gets like, 5 or 6 at a time because a serving is, I'm trying to read it. It usually says what it is, but I can't find the servings. But anyway, this whole bag, which it was filled all the way to the very top, it's only for the whole thing, and big chunks was 600 calories. So, and I think it says 8 servings per bag. Cindy Till, hi Duncan and family. Duncan getting treats. I can hear hugs from Duncan. You are a spoiled child. Yeah, hey Cindy, I actually saw you jumped in here earlier, I think, and that's when my microphone was going on the fritz. So, Ariana's back. Pretty yellow. What, this yellow? I don't know if you're talking about that. That's green. Duncan. Oh, gotta have my my torch lighter. Actually, I'm gonna light those things up because I have been noticing some flying bugs. Okay. See, now I got my torches going. And they do actually work. I was reading stuff about the different oils you put in them, and I bought some sort of insect fighting oil that it burns. And it seems to work because every time we've lit those for the past few nights, all the little flying critters scuttle pretty quick. Ain't that right, bud? Ain't that right? I just rattled the bag. I didn't mean to. It's empty. I'll find you something healthy. Hold on. Here we go. Now these, he can actually have a good bit of these because these are no sugar added. All they are is just dried apples. So, sweet, healthy snack, vegan, kosher, resealable bag. I don't hear any frogs in the background here. The frogs are so deafening at the time. Even with the windows and door closed, you hear them outside. Right now, the creek that's down below our house is dried up, which keeps them at bay for a little bit. But here, probably in another few weeks, they'll be doing the same. Or the see, when is it? End of June, mid-June. I've just heard them all my life called July flies or dry flies. They almost sound like a cicada. They'll get out here and it's all day long and that's all you hear. It's like a white noise. The one thing I do love that's coming up, because usually they nest on the ground, but down right where that pile is, I didn't find their nest because they didn't have any eggs in it, but I found where they were bedding down. But surely y'all have all heard of a whippoorwill. But there was one that nested right down there, and I love hearing those things, especially on like a late spring, early summer night. When you're laying there, you got the windows up, and all you hear is them whippoorwills just going. You'll hear one, and then a few minutes later, it'll stop. Then you hear another one somewhere else. Yes, you have. Have you ever looked one up and seen what they look like? They're weird looking. It's funny, the minute the dogs step outside, the frogs stop. Yeah, because they know what's up. But yeah, we get to hear the whippoorwills all the time, and trying to think. And of course, we have since there's that field back there, there's a bunch of barred owls that live out there, because I guess they get all the mice that are running through the field. But you hear them things all night long. Ugh, come here, bud. You got to back up. They can't see you because you're just sitting there eating all the... Here, go over here. Go over here. Look right here. Go get it. There's a good boy. Ooh, owls. Tell you another weird one. I don't know if you've seen them. They nest on the ground too, and they fly. That's saying they don't fly is not true, but they primarily run on the ground. But we have them all over the place here, and they like to make. I can't pronounce your name that just said hi, but hello, and it's fine. Okay, I lost my train of thought. We get them a lot around here, and they like to make a nest literally in the middle of parking lots. But a killdeer, if you've ever seen a killdeer, those things are really pretty, and they have some weird behavior too. But if you've never seen one, look up. It's spelled just like it sounds, killdeer, and they're just really, really pretty birds. Got little bitty tiny legs, and they run across the parking lot. And if you're ever following one, you see one just stand up randomly in a parking lot or in gravel, it'll just stand up and start running. If you start walking toward it, it'll actually start acting like it's injured and flapping its wings and flopping on the ground. That means it's got a nest around, and that they use that to lure predators away from their nest. They'll run a little bit. Once you can get 2 or 3 feet from them, and they'll take off running again and then start flopping, acting like they're injured. But they're really pretty birds. And they are loud. Smart babies. Yeah. I had to leave to look up what a whippoorwill looks like. I expected it to be an insect. Was surprised it's a bird. Yeah, it's a bird. They're just kind of odd looking because they're ground dwellers. Most of the time, they will get up in trees, but they nest on the ground like killdeer do. And the thing is you'll never know. You'll walk up on one, especially during the daytime, because I've done it. You walk up on one and you don't realize it's sitting there because they camouflage with the pine straw and pine cones and everything. They camouflage so well you can almost step on them. And that's how I found one time. As I looked down, because I heard a leaf like flick, and I looked down and it was one right at my foot. I was like, oh. So do y'all not have whippoorwills in Michigan? Because if you haven't, you need to come down here and catch a couple of them, take them up there, just so you can hear them at night. It's kind of like white noise. They'll put you to sleep. Matter of fact, they actually make white noise machines that actually have whippoorwills in them. Oh, great. Now he's making the hole deeper. I guess he gave up on that really big one that's right there. Where's it at? Where's my finger? Right there. That one's deep. And now he's working on that one. We have killdeer. Yeah, those things, like, it's fun to watch them in a parking lot, because they'll make a nest like right next to a park or a curb or something, and you'll never know they're there because they just sit there and lay still. But when you start getting close enough, they'll jump up and swell up and start flapping their wings and screaming. I don't know if we have whippoorwills, but we have killdeers. Yeah, I don't know how far whippoorwills go. It's kind of like when we lived in South Georgia, when I was stationed down there. Of course, they're in Georgia, but they mainly stayed south. And then in Florida, armadillos. They were everywhere down there. Like, you would walk outside and see armadillos running across your front yard. Up here, in this part of Georgia, in the mountains, they're unheard of. Well, now they're up here. And Ben Ryan, hey guys, hey Ben. But I kept seeing them. The only time I ever saw one up here, though, over the past few years, was they were unfortunately hit by cars. So it's like, every time I saw one, I'm like, well, there's a dead one. I can't see a live one up here. But something was digging under our porch one day, so I set out a live trap. And sure enough, I went out like 2 hours later, and it was just in there staring at me, making a bunch of little grunting noises. So I just reached in there and grabbed it by its tail and picked it up, and was knocking on the door trying to get Chris Anna to come out and look at it. I was like, look what I caught. It's a possum in a half shell. And then we catch possums here all the time too, just for fun. Matter of fact, though, all the trees behind Duncan's barn, me and Madeline, I've been up on the deck and watched Madeline run and chase a possum all the way down to where the creek bed was. And then I hear her going, I got it. And she come running back up and had a possum by the scruff of its neck. She's like, look how cute it is. And it was so mad. I think Duncan found some truffs. No, I wish he did, because then we would be really, really rich and famous for Duncan being the truffle finding retired show pig. What did she think of it? What, catching the possum? Oh, like, it's fun for her. She does, anytime we can catch one, she'll walk up and grab them by their tail and then lean down and grab the scruff of their neck and pick them up, and they just act like cats. Google says whippoorwills are in Michigan but are becoming scarce, which is a conservation concern. Well, that sucks. They need to, wish they could somehow truckload a bunch of them up there to get it going, because I just love hearing them things go at night. But no, she's caught possums down there. There was the longest time she was feeding one. She was taking her scraps and throwing them off the back deck, and she just started, that's how it started. She just started naming them. And then when she found out that Not all the time. They will sometimes, depending on if they're, most of the time it's when they're moms, but, or if they have babies somewhere. But most of the time you can just walk up and grab a possum. They won't do anything. They'll just growl and drool and make it look like they're the biggest, meanest things on earth. But she's had one. There was one morning she had heard one down through here, and she went down there, and it was trying to climb a tree, and she went up and just grabbed it. And when it did, it spun around and bit her on the thumb. And then she's like, "What?" And then she like repositioned. She's like, "What do I do?" And I said, "Drop it." No, Chrysanta and the armadillo. Oh, she wasn't a fan at all. because if my kid Madeline was getting all excited, and she's like, "Bring it in the house." And I started walking in. There's like, "Don't you bring it in the house." Duncan is like a little boy. He's entertaining himself. Yeah, that's actually a good thing, because now that he's ate his dinner earlier, he can just sit here and do this and be as happy as a clam. Let's see, is Duncan trying to dig to China? Well, I think for where we're positioned, if we would be digging, we'd end up in the Indian Ocean, so I'm just kidding, I don't know. But yeah, he's probably gonna try. Let's see. Okay, I'm caught up now. Scatterbrain went into effect. But I got my concentration juice. And no, DJ, it's not a rock star. They were sold out when I went to the store, so I had to get the next best thing. It was whatever was cheaper. Duncan, what are you doing? We need to go in here and check on the goats. Bruh, I gotta put a few things up. We'll go check on the goats. David, dang, monster. No, it's a full throttle. Monsters are expensive. I'm too cheap for that. That's why I always get rock stars, because they have them for $4.50. That's why it don't matter if one day we will Duncan will be so famous, we'll be all over the interwebs. But even then, I'll still stick to my roots of being cheap, because I just don't like spending money that I don't have to. Now, when it comes to saying that, when it comes to the pig show season, which is, I'm expecting a phone call in the next, what is this, April? It wouldn't surprise me. Try the Venom brand. I have. I've had them before. I just stick to kind of what I know. Like the racetrack down here has, they have like their brand. I can't remember what it's called, but I've tried it before, but it just, I don't know, the taste. But no, I'm supposed to be expecting a call. It's either at the end of this month or the very early of May. I know I'll get a phone call probably around, usually it's around 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. and we'll have to run out, stop where we're going, and then go meet a driver to pick up show pigs, and that's what I was getting at when I say I was being cheap. When it comes to show season, I might as well just open up my wallet and just hand it to my kid and be like, here, just, you know, make it so we can still get home after the show, because it is cheap, or is expensive. I love the mango ones of that. This one's just like citrus. I like the original Rock Stars because they have like a bitter, sour taste, I guess. If I don't have Monsters, I won't go for the Venom because it's $1 at the Family Dollar near us. We don't have a Family Dollar anymore. It shut down about a year ago or more. But we got $2 or $3 Generals and $2 trees and within a 10-mile radius, because that's what we need. But I gotta show y'all this. This is really cool. Not that, that's my other truck. You haven't got to see it yet. We just got done doing some filming with it. But a regular tag, you say? No, it is not. Because behind here, there is an air compressor. And I just got this installed today. So we're doing videos on it to release it. But it's the same company that sent us this. This hitch. It's actually rated for 20,000 pounds. But it keeps the airbag on it to where I can adjust it any time when I'm driving. And it helps keep the trailer ride softer for the animals. And it also makes the trailer ride for the truck a lot easier. But yeah, there is an air compressor behind this. And it is awesome. I can control it from my phone, but I can also control it with this. And it tells me the pressure at all times and anything I need. So y'all getting exclusive sneak peeks. We haven't released the videos yet because I just got it installed today. But this company, Shocker Hitch, they are awesome. And I've owned many Axle. Is that a Dodge Ram? It's a Ram. It's because, yes, you can still call it a Dodge Ram because that's what everybody knows them as. But they haven't been actual Dodges since 2011 because Dodge went bankrupt. Stellantis, which is a European group, bought it. So it's just a Ram. But is that your truck or Maddie's? No, that's mine. Maddie's is right over there. That's hers. That's my other truck. And then this is the one we use to haul trailers. But yeah, good eye, Axle. But yeah, it is technically a Ram, not a Dodge Ram. But I did get that installed, but that hitch right there makes a world of a difference. And then now it's got the air compressor built into it. And I have another air line that I can plug in right here. And it's 24 foot, so I can go around and air up all my tires, trailer tires with it's hooked up. Very nice car. Yeah, I like it. I don't ever drive it. It literally stays in the garage the entire time because the only time we drive it is to haul a trailer. So, okay, yours is black, hers is dark gray. Yeah, hers is actually magnetic gray. That's the 2003 Ford colors. The tailgate, though, is black because it has a gooseneck in it, and the guy that had it before me caved the tailgate in. I've actually got to paint that. I'm going to start prepping it tomorrow. I got to pop a few dents out of it, sand it, prime it, and then paint it. And I'm doing that before she gets back. So that's one project I've got to get done. Sorry if that came out wrong. You didn't say nothing wrong that I thought. Axle, what engine is inside? What is it? Which engine in this one? Axle or Maddie's? I'm assuming you mean this one. So if you are talking about this one's the 6-cylinder Cummins, but it is the HO version. It's the high output. Yeah. So no, this is the HO. It's the 6.7 liter Cummins. So, and it's the HD high output. It's got a lot of torque. But there's the tags. That is awesome. I did all that. But yeah, this one is actually the lower trim level, because when you start going up to like the limiteds and all that other stuff, it adds a bunch of stuff that I do not need. But the only thing that I did get in this one that these don't come with unless you order them is I think it's called like the entertainment package. So it has the big, huge like TV screen. And then the only thing that's analog are those gauges right there. The rest of it's all digital. Doesn't have the bench seat. Don't need a heated tailgate. No, because I don't ever have to push it yet. That's why I call it tow truck. But I didn't do the bench. I did the full center console. And then the only other thing different that it came with, since it had the entertainment thing, was it has the Alpine sound system. So it had a, I think it's in here. It's on the other side, but there's a factory subwoofer under there. But yeah, this thing pretty much just sits in the garage until we have to haul a trailer. So yeah, so pretty much just basic axle. It's let's see, just wasn't sure if it came across as anything aside from acknowledgement. Oh, okay, I got you. So really nothing. It's nothing like a Limited or a Laramie or nothing like that. It came with cloth seats. Nice truck, I like it. Thank you. It came with cloth seats, but I did put leather in it. Only because of what we do, getting in cloth seats, they would be destroyed going to one show. And trying to think the only other things I did to it. I do have a whole management system right there, so I can tell when we're hauling. It tells me everything. Same gas mileage as a tank. No, this thing actually, believe it or not, we had our trailer loaded down, and then the bed was full of equipment, and the whole front of the tack stall of that trailer was loaded, and we had 4 pigs in there. Driving up to Iowa until we hit St. Louis, we were getting, because I had it on cruise control at like 75 miles an hour, sometimes faster, but I was getting right at 17.5 miles to the gallon with it. Now, something terrible on gas, that one's terrible on fuel, or gas, because that's a gas F-250. But that Ram right there gets better gas mileage or fuel mileage than this one. But no, that's not bad. No, it's not. Putting going down the highway, as long as we don't have a trailer behind it, it gets about, I think the last time we went down the highway and we got about 22.5, 24 miles per gallon. But again, too, that's also, you know, it's a diesel, so it only turns at 75 miles an hour. It only turns like 1,800, 2,000 RPMs. So it does pretty good. Now, I did have a gooseneck hooked up to it, and we had about, it was about 25,000 pounds behind it. That was about 13 miles to the gallon. Now, that one, it gets, on a good day, gets about 11. So, yeah. And that's going downhill with a wind pushing you. Hey, buddy. Hold on. Ouch. Yeah, that's why it doesn't get driven much. We bought that thing last August. And actually, I do need to check something for the service records. That's really American. Nice big cars and engines. Yeah. Well, Well, I mean, that's a little 3.5 V6. Where's it at? I'm sorry. I'm taking y'all with me because I got to check this because I got to see if I got to service this thing anytime soon. But we bought it last August. And let's see, what does it say? See if I can. It's got 3,400 miles on it. So it stays in the garage too. So almost going on a year and still hadn't hit 5,000. Bunking. Ruh, ruh, ruh. Let's go in here and check on the goats. Watch out, bud. We gotta check on the goats. There's a hole. What y'all doing, goats? What y'all doing, goats? With the way people drive here, actually, you need to be in a large vehicle for safety. Yeah, sometimes. Hey, bud, what you doing? What you doing? You gonna flip me out of the chair like you did yesterday? Quit. Oh, thanks. Really? You can't just go around. We have a 2017 Chevy Silverado and a 2018 Jeep Renegade. I bet you that Jeep Renegade is just like her Jeep in the... Oh, God! Excuse me. It's about like her Jeep in the garage gets like 11 feet per gallon. Jeeps aren't known for fuel mileage. Bruh. Ah, you're already nasty and I just gave you a bath. That's his job. Yeah, but I mean, I was literally sitting here and I had to scoot back. I'm almost about to flip. Ah, the phone flipped. But yeah, I've had to move back just so he could get in my way. Hey, sir, can you move? Duncan. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Can you move, please? Can you move? Duncan. All right, I guess I'll move. Are you gonna move as soon as I stand up? Me. Can I sit down? Or are you gonna come over here and try to do something else? Quit. You trying to get mud on them or something? Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? See, seriously? Fine. Sorry, I gotta move. He keeps every time I step forward, he steps forward. I think he was getting jealous. He's like, I'm the star of the show, not the goat. That's exactly what it is. He has to bother you. We use it when we don't have to use the truck. He has to bother you for his mom ain't there, and you spare. Yeah, I am. But yeah, he does. He gets jealous because that goat, all it was trying to do was trying to smell him. He's just like, no. And then, of course, he goes and stands in front of me to where I can't do it. And now he moves. And now the goat's mad. Duncan, why do you gotta get jealous? That's why we're still doing the slow intro, because we know he'll get jealous. Duncan. Hey. And now he's ignoring me. I was gonna say he doesn't want them to steal the show. Yeah. Which it kind of sucks in a way, but it's still cute in a way, because he's like, hey, give me the attention. It's all me, but we also, want them to be happy with each other. But as soon as, they stick their nose through a pin, he's got to walk up and be like, no. Axel says, I drive a VW Touareg with a small V6 engine. Hey, it probably gets really good fuel mileage, though. Bright minds think alike. Yeah, he's definitely jealous. let's do a test. I'm gonna move back over here and see if he comes back. All right. Ow, there's a fence. Hey, goats. Hey, goats. No, I promised I wouldn't let y'all out with him in here. I gotta make sure that there's more than one person here. Why is there someone seen in the driveway? Hold on. Oh, that's the neighbors. I thought somebody was walking down my driveway. Look at your baby goat. Look at your baby goat. The other one, this one's not skittish. He does that. Look at that. This one right here will try to bite your fingers. Let's see if he does it again. He likes to sniff your hands, and then he curls his lip up. Y'all have to be safe. Yeah, because we don't want him to get jealous, and we don't want them to get hurt. So if it's one of those things where we just let them see each other through a fence for a while, so be it. I'd rather do that than a critter get hurt. Plus, since they're dwarves, they've got plenty of room in here. And then that way, if we ever need to, just so they got more room, I can just expand onto it right there, because I've actually got a cutout right there that I can. So y'all have to be silly kids. Yeah, come here. Come here. Okay, he still hadn't came over here. Hey, Duncan. 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 Hey. Hey, you with the face and the big ears. Hey. He's ignoring me. He's mad now that I'm over here. Well, okay. Hey, bud. Oh, never mind, he stopped. Look at the goat. Look at the goat. You stick that snoot through here when Duncan comes over here, and he'll try to see if he can make your nose turn all muddy. And of course, be nice, big man. Be nice. I wouldn't stick my nose through there. Do you drink coffee? A lot of coffee. I usually drink every morning. I'll drink a 24-ounce cup first thing in the morning, and then just throughout the day I'll have a cup or two just whenever I can stop and get time to get one. Please don't do that. Duncan, look at the ears. I gotta clean your ears out. You've already got mud in them. I need to get in there and check their water, make sure it's clean and drained. I'll pet you while he's not looking. Eat your goat. Eat your goat. Eat the goat. Goat. Oh, look, he's doing it. He's doing his lip again. Nope, never mind. He stopped. Come here. Let me scratch. There it is. Oh, goat. Eat your goat. This one right here is really fun because he loves to headbutt. So all I got to do is wait till he walks away, and I can smack him right on his haunches. And as soon as he turns around, he's ready to go. He's a boy. What else do you expect? Yeah, fair enough. But they both are. This one just doesn't really care. But Brew right here loves it. Yeah. And then I think not this coming weekend, but the following, we have to take them back down to the breeder to get banded. That's going to be a fun trip. Ain't that right? So we gotta have that change purse emptied. Yeah. Duncan, he's found a root. I gotta get y'all some more hay. Dirt is a boy thing. Hey, you're back already. I'm trying to see if I can get him to do it. Come on. Oh, there he goes.
He's not doing it now. And then the little munchkin. He's more of like the little sweet one that likes to just be loved on and hugged. Oh, ouch. Yeah, I'm not a fan of when my mom and I have to turn board. Yeah, it's not fun. We were gonna just go ahead and do. Ow, dude. We were just gonna go ahead and do it, but it's kind of like part of the terms for one, I don't want to do it. But when we bought these guys, since they are show goats, dwarf show goats, just so we could, get them cheaper. We don't ever intend on breeding anyway, so we take them down there. She does it to make sure it's done. So, but again, though, we never intended on breeding them anyway, so it all works out. Look, he's doing his lip again. Look at him. See, that's how you know you're fancy, walking around with your nose and mouth or upper lip stuck up in the air. Ow, you bit me. And this one right here, if I can get it, Munchkin to do it, you just barely touch his ears, and oh, he does not like it. Duncan, are you back to digging your enormous crater? Oh, he found another root. I heard it pop. See if I can put this next to him. Well, you also want them to keep sweet with y'all. Yeah, that's true. See if I can set this here without him messing with it. What you doing, bud? Duncan. If I walk away for 10 seconds, are you immediately going to wait till I walk away to try to grab my phone? Oh, he's about to zoom me. He's about to zoom me. There he goes. May get to see him zoom me live. So I'm gonna cut because I don't want him to zoom me into me. Man, he's getting excited. Duncan digging himself a spa. Actually, yeah, the other day when it rained, it did fill up with a hole, or fill up full of water. And that was the first thing we thought. We're like, oh, now he's got a nice swimming hole to get into. He walked around it. He wouldn't walk through it. I'll bet on that one. Took my barrels a while to let me look. Oh, there we goes, there he goes. Yeah, you slid in the hole. Ow, your ears hurt. He's a good boy. What got you so excited? What'd you find? I knew you was going to zoom me just by how that head was moving. DJ knows when they're this big and they get the zoomies, not only is it cute, it is terrifying. Because he gets into a zoomie, he can't stop like the smaller ones can. And he's about to open that gate. And he already got the ball. Nope. Nope. No. Had a very day. Good job, Duncan. Yeah, he knows he did a good job. He would have been able to get a lot faster if his back hoof wouldn't have slid down in the hole. So I'm actually thankful that he didn't, sprain his leg or anything, but I'm also thankful he couldn't get traction because there's no telling when he would have stopped. Ain't that right, bud? Ain't that right? Now, if I leave this here, can I trust you? Nope, I didn't think so. I'm gonna put it right here for just a second, and you don't even let me get it out of my hand before you come up and start trying to mess with it. I'm gonna try it right here. All right, can I trust you? Well, I can't even trust the ground. Oh, come on. You're gonna mess with it as soon as I let go. There we go. Oh, look at that. Don't, Duncan. Nope. Okay. got mud all over my phone case. Silly boy. That's why I keep out of the way when they do that. Every 100 pounds. I had to watch my back in the pen when they got the zoom in. Yeah, it's still funny, even when they're this size. As long as you're outside and he gets the zoomies, or when they're this big, it is hilarious. But when you're inside with them and they get the zoomies, you're looking for every chance to crawl up out of the pen, because all it takes is getting clipped and you're on the ground, and they won't even mean to. Don't eat the bowling ball. That's actually why I got the bowling ball. We were told by somebody else that their pigs love it. So your big pigs, even your small ones, the good thing, and this is what we were told, the good thing about them is they can't put their nose up under them enough to, basically they can't balance it good enough. So if they try to flick it, it's just going to roll off their snout. They can't chew on it. They can try, but it's too slick. So I got him a bowling ball, and he loves it. He'll walk by, and when we first gave it to him, for about a half hour, he sat there doing his best to try to bite it, and he couldn't. Made my parents laugh because I go running up over the pallet wall. Yeah, you got to. But no, that's a good investment, DJ, for your big pigs. Even the small ones, because the small ones will love to come up and try to chew on it and push it around. But thrift stores, like I said, I got that one for $6. I'm actually going to go tomorrow and grab a couple, because they had like 3 or 4. I'm going to go grab a couple more just to have on hand. But yeah, that one's, I can't remember how many pounds it is. I always want to try to get, of course, get the biggest ones they have, just to make it harder for them to try to. But the good thing about it is, like I said, they're so slick and they're heavy, they can't pick them up well. This one is, I can't remember what this one said. I think it was like 15 or 13 or 15 pounds. But it was clean when I brought it. But I'll show you this. He's tried so hard. I don't know if you can see it. Let me get my phone in. Right here, he's tried to hit it with his tooth, and it just wipes all that off. Because again, it's so slick and hard, he can't get a hold of it. But he loves to push it around, like even here, all this from his teeth, wipes it away. Ugh. Yep, now he's going back to the other hole. Yeah, check if you got a Goodwill near you. Check Goodwill, check any thrift store. I got the Goodwill in, that's about 25-30 minutes from us. I was out working that way Monday, and I just ran in there after I was getting fuel next door, and I was like, oh, I'll just see if I'll check. And they had 4, 5, 6 of them in there, so I'm gonna go grab a few more. I'm gonna give one to one of the families in the county next to us, because they said they wanted one. I need to get a couple then. My Hereford boar, I had to use his forehead a couple times when cornered by him. Yeah, we have a Goodwill near us. Yeah, definitely go check them out, because I don't remember. Let me walk around. I don't remember where, or not where, but who told us to do the bowling ball thing. But they just told us their pigs loved them. So we went to all the Goodwills and thrift stores around here. Nobody had them. But like I said, I just went into a random one while I was out working Monday, and I was getting fuel, so I ran in there for real quick. Didn't expect to see any of them. And I went back to their back wall, and they had just a shelf of them. So $6.06. Great investment. And this is his big tennis ball that Dunkin' Donuts sent. And he's not flattened it, but somehow he's pressed the air out of it. Here you go. What'd you find? Nope. See? That's another thing. I think this is when the house was built. It's an old piece of copper ground wire. I don't know how he finds them. Ugh. See, he thought it was funny. Jenna, evening, Jenna. But yeah, I've even got a metal detector that I've been going out here with at least like once every couple days, and I'm finding things here and there, but it's just like I found a coin the other day. I found a little, what looked like a piece of an electrical, what was left of an electrical fitting. So that's the only thing I think is when this house was built 20 years ago, it's just because we've tilled all this before and found a few things, but that's the only thing I can guess because we don't throw trash or anything out here. And like when I built his barn and the goat and the fence, we used my father-in-law's big, huge industrial magnet thing. We went around and checked everywhere, but he's still finding stuff. And sometimes I come out here with a metal detector, I still find things. Let's see. Jenna says, well, just tired, just finished at work. I got off work about 2 hours ago. Oh no, I got home about 4:15, and then I spent about an hour and a half putting that compressor in the truck. So, and then I immediately got on here. So I've been off for a little bit. I think I'm addicted to Dr. Pepper. You can keep it, because I don't like Dr. Pepper. That's all Chrisanna. She loves it, but she can't drink it too much of it because of the caffeine. And nothing from here. Relax. I'm sorry. Dr. Pepper. It's just after midnight here. Oh, wow, Jenna, after midnight, so you must be, let's see, you've got to be in Europe. Are you in Europe? Ireland. Ah. Well, I am. All my ancestors are from, my lineage was supposedly Scotch-Irish. Well, that's my older brother. He did one of them DNA things, and it was, I think it was like pretty much almost a 50-50 split. It was like a Scottish-Irish, but there was like a 16th of German. What is David Trader? She's from Ireland. Not your Jenna. That was aimed at Court. What is that for? I can't help it. Yeah, see, I'm a mutt. But see, look, I don't have red hair because I'm bald mainly, but I have brown hair. I'm a hybrid because I've got red, blonde, there's a little bit of black in there, and then my wife made sure to point out I've got grays coming in. So I'm like a hybrid. I'm like one of them fancy werewolf vampire things. I've always wanted to visit Ireland, not the cities, the countryside. So thank you for the nice video from Duncan and Trucks. It's time for sleep. Bye. Have a great night, Axel. I'm from, say that I can't read over the fence. Connemara, west of Ireland. I was talking about the Dr. Pepper. Oh. What is he? Ah, he's got my chair. Dug it. No. 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 Oh, dude. Good thing we got these for like $5. Dude, he's already did that. And then that. Can't have nice things. Are the torches going again? Yeah, of course they are. We're fancy. Like I said, that's how you know you've made it in this world. Especially when they're on clearance at Home Depot. Look at that show pig stance. I'm still amazed he actually has that good look when he stands. Let's see. Yes, they are. Can't turn your back on him for a second. No, you can't. He's like, hey, this makes expensive noises when I chew on it. Hey, I love the country pumpkins. Well, that's your fault, Corey. Yeah, I know it. Yep, nothing but country cows, sheep, and pigs. There is a... I can't remember where she's from, but she's from... And I may be wrong with this, but she's from Scotland or Ireland one. But she does, like... She has a sheep farm, and she's on YouTube, and she's hilarious to watch. But her name's like... Her username's like Tara or something. Tara Farms. I can't remember. But... let's see. DW, hey Corey, sorry it's been a long time. Hey, everybody's busy. You ain't got to apologize for nothing. It's boring. I'll drive an hour to work. Hospital has been crazy. Oh, I'm sure. Let's see, Jenna boring drive for an hour to work. That ain't boring to me. I actually don't mind driving, especially for driving home. But I drive just from what I do. This truck right here, I usually crank it up at about 6 in the morning, and it doesn't shut off until about 5:30, 6 in the afternoon. It runs all day long. It idles most of the day because I have generators and stuff in there that I have to keep running and then all that good stuff. But I drive on average about 1,100 to 1,200 miles a week. So I understand the driving part. Let's see. Big hugs, DW. He is one handsome child. You can't help but fall in love with him. Yeah, except when he starts trying to break stuff, and then you got to figure out how you're going to get it away from him, because a lot of times he locks his jaws down on it, won't let go of it. It's a good thing, Jenna. We've missed you. Glad you're here. Let's see. Very quiet. Hey, enjoy that quiet thing, because that can change in an instant. Where we live has always been quiet. It's where my wife grew up, and it ain't nothing like it used to be. Now it's all you're seeing out going up the highway, which used to be nothing but trees, is these little townhomes popping. I understand people have to have a place to live. I get that, but they're literally taking farmland. They're pastures that we've known as pastures since we were babies, and they're ruining it. Let's see, George McCormick. Semper Fi from Chicago. Hello, George McCormick. Let's see. Is he digging an escape tunnel? Yeah, he's trying. He's just doing it in the wrong spot. He needs to do it farther over there. He's just doing it in the middle. He wasn't thinking it through. As long as the music is loud enough to make the inside of the vehicle vibrate, I'm happy driving. Not allowed in your village. Talking about the loud music? That's what I'm assuming you're talking about, is loud music. Because if that's what you're talking about, I 100% agree with them. George McCormick, I think I'm a first timer. If you're in here for the first time, welcome. We don't do much on here. Nothing extravagant. We just watch Duncan have fun. We answer what questions we can. If we don't have an answer to it, we will make up one. No, I'm just kidding. We can try to find the answer, but from somebody. But we just like to have a peaceful time. Let's see. Our land has to be passed through family and not allowed to sell. See, that's nice. And there's plenty of those around where we live too. But what it is these big contractors come through and they see a field that's beautiful, and they offer whoever owns it probably triple to quadruple what they're worth, and then it's hard to say no for a lot of these people that own these properties. And I get it on both ends. People got to live, people also got to make money to live. So, but it just sucks. Is this Appalachia? Yeah, we are actually we're at the very beginning of the Appalachian Trail in Georgia. Not the, what does it end in, like Maine or whatever? We're at the very beginning. We live about 35 minutes from where the actual park is. Thank you for your service, George. My son was also a jarhead. Oh, them crayon eaters. I'm just kidding, Patricia and George. Yes, my land is the same way. It's protected through family. Thank you, George. My brother is a jarhead. Oh, all those crayon eaters. And again, I'm kidding. I worked along. Passed away. Her name was Patricia. I'm sorry to hear that. But no, I can make fun of Marines because I worked alongside y'all quite a few times. I'm constantly getting approached to sell land. There's no way. Yeah, unless you have to have it. If you can hold on to it, do it. Our 5-year plan, if you want to say, is to get out of here. And he's pooping. Is to get out of here. Which it sucks though, because we love our neighbor. We have great neighbors, but we want to be more private. So if I had like a house that, even if it was just a little, just because we still have Maddie, a 2-bedroom house would be perfect. No upstairs or nothing, just a single level ranch house. And if we just had 5 acres, I would be thrilled. Hi everyone, Duncan and babies are so cute. Thank you very much. I am always joking about sending my brother crayon stuff because, yeah. Denise, hello Denise. I'm trying to catch up. Many of my family members moved to Appalachia. Depending on where you go, it's nice. There, of course, just some areas where I want to be, where there's nothing around for miles. I'm sorry, Jordan. My son Drew became one of the 22 after serving in Afghanistan. Glad to see you. Big hugs, Patricia. Yes, Patricia is also, and then even you noticed earlier, DJ, all have family members that were service members. I try to catch the live feeds. We try to do them as much as we can. I've just got a little bit more time this afternoon because everybody's out of town and it's just me and Duncan and the goats and the dogs. Let's see, I try to catch a lot of things, lump in my throat. Let's see. Okay, I'm caught up. For saying there's only 4 people in here, there seems like there's a lot more chatter. Maybe I'm just missing something. Recreational crashing. Woohoo, Duncan, looking good, sir. Say thank you, sir. Well, he's peeing right now, so he's a little busy. See. I hope you're doing okay, George. I love your live face. Thank you, Denise. Okay, yeah. Where everybody's comments are coming up, it's in this. All I'm saying is in this, and it gets all blurry looking to me. My older brother who served has been trying to get me to move out of the country and follow him to New Zealand. I told him I'm good. I finally have my land. Yeah. We would love to move, but it's just not in the cards right now. And we're not going to just move just because we want to. We want to do it the smart way. Which is not making debt worse, because our house is getting very close to being paid off. And we have worked really hard to do that. Let's see. These are good people. Let's see. I live with my dad. He fought in Vietnam. Let's see. I actually don't have any family members of mine that I know of that were in Vietnam. My oldest brother was Desert Storm. So yeah, that's the only. And he was Air Force though. He's a nerd. He was. He did like, I can't remember what he does. He's a software engineer or something now. But yeah, he's a Air Force guy. He's a nerd. Let's see. Thank your father for me, please. He fought a really thankless war. Yeah, 100%. What's the biggest trouble Duncan has gotten into? Well, I don't know where to start. Not really trouble, just well, he's ate the remote for his. There's a light. Let me try to see if I can see it. Right. Well, that is a light, and it's motion activated, dusk to dawn. Really awesome light, and it had a remote to where we could change all kinds of other things on it. We still can, but you have to get on a ladder and get on top and push the buttons. But he ate the remote for that. And the only reason we knew that is because it was up on a shelf and he still was able to reach it. He ate it and then he pooped it out the next day. And yeah, he ate his remote for his air conditioner, but just chewed it up into a bunch of pieces mainly. Trouble, I mean, just having to go, Duncan, no. It's every day because he goes and tries to, what are you doing? He's gotten on a kick now trying to chew the battens off the walls. He broke his door. He completely took it off the hinges the other day. I had to fix that. We would love to have me closer to him, his sister and his sister. Drama with his dad. I won't move closer to my brother and his family. I did do 2 tours overseas. Where, George? I think, Patricia, I think he said Afghanistan. I don't know if it was both times, but I know it was, I think I saw Afghanistan. So many places after Desert Storm, especially on the supply ship. Y'all are braver than me. You won't ever catch me getting on a boat or a ship. I don't do boats. I won't even get on a boat with like one of my buddies like, hey, let's go get on this paddle boat and go out to the lake. Nope, I don't do boats. I don't care where it's at. I feel way too catched up on a boat. My wife's wanted to go on a cruise many a times, but I won't do it. Okay. Why do you keep moving, sir? Hey, bud. It wasn't by choice, the boat. Oh, no, I understand. I can't do boats. I can't say for sure which war my older brother served in. I don't know. I do know he was on a base in Bosnia while I was a kid. I mean, they did have NATO forces during the, Bosnia was the Croatian War, where it was the Serbs and the Croatians that were, I think it was a genocide thing. I think NATO was involved with it. So maybe it was there or then. I'm wanting to say that was in the late 80s, early 90s. I can't remember. Maybe that was when it was, or maybe that's why he was, or where he was and why he was there. Let's see. I took pictures everywhere with a real camera. My son returned from Afghanistan. He was sent on a mail. He visited so many Oriental countries after, etc. I'm glad he got to experience. Oh yeah, that's a really good experience. My father-in-law was the same way. He was in the Navy. And his father was in the Navy, and he got to go see all the really cool places. It was during the 90s. So then that may have been the Bosnian little Serb genocide. I think. So that may have been why he was there, because I know that they did have a NATO force there then, or during one of those conflicts. And what's sad though is a lot of places in Bosnia. I actually had a friend that was from Bosnia, and but a lot of those places there, like what's that movie called? Behind Enemy Lines, I want to say is what it is. There was a scene where they're basically like in a town. It looks like a really huge mall, like a strip mall area. That at one time, I want to say it was in the 70s and 80s. It was like really beautiful and just really booming. And then the Serb and Crow genocide started and just completely decimated it. Kind of like what's going on with the Ukraine or Russo thing. That's so many beautiful areas getting destroyed for no reason. My cousin served on a submarine. I could never. No, I couldn't do a submarine either. Annie K. Hey, there's Annie K. I emailed you back about a week ago and you never said nothing back. I have a friend that's Navy and highly dislikes having to do his duty on station while unable to. Let's see. Welcome to Sarajevo is also a movie. Hi, Annie K. Didn't get it. I'll try to do it again because I got your email and I replied back to it. I'll try again when I get off here. Because I didn't know, because we hadn't, I also haven't done as many of these the past week or so, but I didn't know if you had been back on or not, or what. I live on a small island, bad Wi-Fi, the rain has been punishing. Oh, well, that's understandable. I think Dunkie, oh no, he's coming back. Hey, come here, bud, you want some apples? There she is, missed you, Annie K. Hold on, bud. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. I gotta move the camera now because you moved. And I have the cheap gimbal that doesn't want to track you. Nephews, I'm the island's Annie. Ooh, please be say Europe was not a marine jurisdiction. I'm sorry, I'll make sure I'm not missing nothing. My older brother was an army. My brother was jarhead. Okay. Now, Annie K, that ain't fair. You know hillbillies can't read that. Y'all sophisticated people know how to speak. We don't. But I'm going to try. Here we go. No, I can't do it. Never mind. Also, there's also a cousin in Army. That's my life. Thank you. See, there you go, DJ. Tell y'all, speak that fancy talk. I can't do that. All right, come on, buddy. I had to put on my hoodie because it's getting kind of breezy and chilly, but everybody's talking about military stuff. I'll represent my my old unit and then how old and crappy my hoodie looks. It's okay. Like a vacuum cleaner. Clean up stuff. Good boy. Good boy. Keep breaking it. Now there's nothing in my pocket. Can you get out the door? Can you get out the door? We'll stop. I can't open it when your head's up there. Your head's as big as that cinder block. All right, I gotta get out. You gotta move. Easy, easy. Don't jam the door. Hold on. Let's see. George McCormick, I just subscribed. Well, thank you, George. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I picked it up from the Islanders. Duncan, you make everything better. He tries, unless you have to live with him and he breaks everything. Without animals, I don't know what I'd do. Well, without him, yeah, you don't have to replace everything he breaks, but I still love him. For sure, my kid has a son of respect for his service. Same here, Annie. My son was a mechanic in the 1st Tank Battalion. Pretty much got rid of all the tanks now. He will always be amazing, Patricia. He has to follow you. Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah, I got you some more apples. I got you some more apples. You can't do that, though. I'm going to give you these, and then I'm going to toss some of the little no nutrition, nothing treats out there to let you do some. Here, there you go. I'm going to go grab those real quick. All right, Bunkie. There, here we go. That'll keep him busy for about 2 minutes. I've never seen a tank in the Marine Corps. Duncan, I love you, Piggy. Duncan, you got people saying they like you and love you. They obviously haven't had you knock them out of a chair. But let's see, where did it say it at? George McCormick. Hey, George, if you ever, how you Corey and the Hunter fan? I'm doing great. I'm actually at large by myself right now. My wife and daughter and her grandmother, they're all on a girls' trip to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And this is my vacation. I stay with Duncan, the dogs, and the goats. So, doing great, though. They're off having fun. And honestly, I don't really care about traveling anymore. One of my littles bit my fingers today. But like I was saying, I got sidetracked again. Shocker, whatever. But George, if you're still in here, George McCormick, basically, if you don't have anything else, of course we are here on YouTube, but we're also on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And my wife does because I'm the one that's in charge of my wife's in charge of all the other accounts. I'm just in charge of YouTube. She does way better with trying to catch up with everything than I do on YouTube. So if you're on there, just check us out on there too. We got a lot more videos. Let me make sure. Lovely, good to hear. You're so chill, Rhoda. It's a blessing. Hey, I try. Forging pigeons. Yes, they're forging pigeons. No, it's I don't know how the place got its name, but it's just a tourist area up there. There's Dollywood. See, Pigeon Forge. Let's see, Clearwater, TikTok. It's all good. I was married with children. Do you find a root dunk? Yeah, he's found something. He finds everything, especially stuff you don't want him to. You have a YouTube channel? Okay, I'll check it out. I don't think I can do it right here. No, I can't. Or no, it won't let me. But I'll check it out. But yeah, we're a lot more prominent on the other ones. YouTube's just been a hard sell for everything, and sometimes a tougher crowd in the videos. Lately, we've had a lot of positivity, but we do get a lot of negativity too. Let's see, because they forged pigeons core. Yeah, of course they did. Oh, pigeon metal, the strongest of bird metal. Yeah, sure. I don't know. Okay, I'm caught up now. I like most Marines chewed. I like most Marines chew tobacco. Yeah. I dip a lot too. I try to cut back on a lot of that, but I still do. Duncan, what have you found, dude? Let's see if he gets mad again. Yesterday I put the bowling ball down in his hole, and he got really irritated with it. But why do you think YouTube negative like that? No. I'm not saying it's negative. It's I'm saying it's a harder sell to get followers. But for a while there, we got a lot of, and I'm not talking about from the live. I'm talking about from the videos that we post. Because for a while there, one of the videos, I don't even remember which one it is now, went wild on YouTube, and that's where we got a lot of followers from. But it was a lot of, I mean, we got everything from threats to just people attacking each other on there, and over one video. But we still do. It's no different than any of the other ones. It's just for the follower count thing, it's really harder for us on YouTube. On TikTok, that's the account that blew up the best for us. Facebook is doing pretty good right now. I see why, bro. I could, if I could answer that, Andy K, I'd love to be able to. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know if it's how the algorithm works with the videos. I don't know. Kind of like how our videos blew up to begin with. My wife has said in a lot of videos, or a few, that she started the TikTok channel with Duncan, just showing kids Duncan so they can enjoy him having fun, and then just over like a course of a couple of months, she let me know, she's like, oh, we have 1,000 followers on there. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And then it was like a few weeks later, we got 10,000. Then it was, a few days and we were at 50,000. And then now I think she's capped out right now, or hovering around 270,000, I think. YouTube or Facebook, I think she's at 80-something thousand on it. Instagram's about the same, like 65 to 80. And on here, I think it's like we're kind of stuck at 14 or something, I think. Yeah, I wish I knew why or how they, a lot of the stuff grows on YouTube or any of the channels, because it would be awesome to know how, but I think it's a lot of times it's just luck of the draw. I don't know. That chewed Copenhagen. Oh yeah. There's we had I can't remember what her MOS was, but she may have been just an MP. I don't remember. She was in the one of the buildings next to us, and it was a shocker to not see her walking around with a big old huge dip in constantly. See, I don't do boats or planes either. Planes don't bother me, but I didn't boats. Nah. Brother, death threats. Oh yeah. We've gotten people send I say send, message, I guess, or post, death threats against Duncan, death threats against me for, I don't even remember what video it was, but it was like they were talking about they were going to end me, and I was like, I didn't even do anything. We get all kinds of stuff like that. It's kind of tapered off a little bit, but for a while there, we were getting at least 1 or 2 death threats a week for Duncan. We had people so bold to say death threats because you love your pet pig, and that's 100% probably what it is, because we get called stupid and all that stuff. But the way we look at it is, you can say all you want, all you're doing is causing engagement and causing more views and stuff. So hey, thank you. But I am an impressionist, primarily Trump and Christopher Walken. Well, I will tell you this. Apparently, I sound like, in a lot of videos, I sound like Hank Hill from King of the Hill. So, but yeah, Duncan gets death threats all the time, and we've had people so boldly, I can't speak, say that they were going to find our IP address and come take care of our pig problem. And, you know, okay, there's a threat. But then, you know, my wife kindly responds back, that is a terrible idea on your part. I would not try it. And then they report us for threatening them. It's like, no, that's not how that works. Folks need to get a life. I'm sorry, folks are like, hey, you ain't got to be sorry about nothing. Like I said, it does nothing but just send engagement to us. And we know it's all full of BS everywhere. People are idiots these days, but you're right, Corey. Yeah. Okay, Hank. Hey, do what? Let's see. I'm embarrassed for humanity. They stoop so low. Yeah, they do. Should sell propane. Yeah, you know, if I could make a business or get into that kind of industry, I'd be the perfect one for it, apparently. Duncan hungry. He looks hungry. No, he's actually he's already ate dinner, and he's been around eating his little granola treats I threw out all over the place. He usually finishes those or finds them really quick, but I always like to throw them out. I can't pronounce that. The Hank Hill impression. Yeah, like I said, I've been told before I sound just like him. I guess I'm just deaf tone to it. Ain't that right, Duncan? Let's see. Duncan, what are you doing? And by the way, I am a King of the Hill connoisseur. I've watched that show front to back. I couldn't tell you how many times. That's one of my favorite TV shows, because my favorite on there is Dale. Dale Gribble is just awesome. Duncan, he's hungry. Okay, I've already caught up now. Mike Judge. Oh, Patricia, don't quit your day job. Man, that hurts. Mike Judge. Oh yeah, Mike Judge is a genius. If you like Mike Judge stuff, the movie he did with Luke Wilson, I think that's who it was. Idiocracy. He was the director of that. That is probably the funniest movie I've ever watched. Rusty Shackelford. That's right. Pocket Sand. Oh yeah, Office Space, of course. But no, if you haven't seen Idiocracy, watch Idiocracy, because you'll actually watch that movie and then you just take a step back and then look at how the world's going now, and you're just like, wow, that's getting close. How's the goats and dogs? How's the goats and dogs? They are good. The goats are actually bedded down. If Duncan goes to bed early, I'm going to let them back out. They've been out running amok out here almost all day. The dogs are good. I've actually got to go let them out shortly. The big Australian Shepherd's upstairs probably pouting because Maddie's gone. Idiocracy was the best movies ever to me. Oh yeah, I love Idiocracy. that reminds me of life now. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's very shocking how you watch that movie and you're just like, wow. I don't have cable, but I have seen parts of Videography. But best thing I can tell you to do if you don't have cable, we don't have cable either. Just YouTube. You can like pretty much YouTube almost entire clips, like 30-minute clips of that movie. I'm pretty sure. Duncan, are you going over there to pee and poop again to show everybody? Ooh, how did I keep forgetting? Let's see. Maddie is loved by the furry. Yeah, her dog will. A lot of times, probably if I went upstairs right now, she's probably laying in front of her door. Ugh. Duncan, what are you doing? Are you pooping? No? You mean to stop talking about it? It feels good to be a gangster. Oh yeah, when they're beating up the printer that kept jamming. We don't either. We use some stream services and YouTube. Yeah, that's all we do too. We had, I don't remember what service we had a while back, but it just, you were paying for something that you just, none of it you wanted to watch. Wait till you they live is coming true. Yeah. Are you pooping? Okay, sorry. I'm actually gonna try to turn it away, not show his butt when you're doing that, because I don't want people to have to see that. Even though it's a natural thing for piggies and any animal. I couldn't afford cable anymore. Yeah, it's you pay. I think we were paying like it was $180 a month for not very many channels, and every one of them had crap on it. Cable big on. We have DVDs and other stuff. And we have me and my wife have just a collection from when we were dating growing up, when we were teenagers, and up till now we have like a huge collection of DVDs. We've only got one DVD player in the house, and it's in a garage. It's in a closet. The only thing reason I wish we had actual cable is because of the internet. Because every time we've ever had cable internet, it was awesome. It was fast. But we have, it's Windstream. I can't remember what it is. It's basically DSL. It is terrible. Me and my dad's rent was raised 50%. Yeah, that sounds about like everything around anywhere now. Nothing's cheap anymore, and anything that is cheap ain't worth it. Or not worth it, it don't last. We have like 3 or 4 small DVD binders and a big DVD binder phone. Around a couple of days I did check out the sea turtles, and there was an older woman sitting in her car doing the same. I said, hello, hi, and come find out she's born and raised. Oh, in Georgia? Did she talk like a redneck hillbilly too? She said she moved to Georgia. Oh, I got you. Sorry, sometimes I read things a little too fast and it doesn't comprehend. Probably why I was terrible in school. To be around family, yeah. Spoke hillbilly. Hey, I resemble that. What is it, buddy? He saw the neighbor walking by. She said 4 months later she missed Molokai. Let's see. We know you do, Hank. Hey, what is that supposed to mean? I did that earlier. I haven't said it again. I haven't done it again. Are you still saying I'm like that I am him no matter what? I'm glad he has you to keep him company. Me and my Marine buddies used to go to Savannah. Yeah, we actually lived, my last duty station, we lived about, well, from Fort Stewart, it was about 35 or 40 minutes from Savannah. So whenever we had a little bit of free time, if we did have any, me and my wife would go out there. Before and even after our daughter was born, and we'd go out there and visit. Let's see, that's your new nickname. Hey, I mean, he's popular, so I'll take it. So now she left Georgia and living her, watching whales, dolphins, and sea turtles at the wharf. Oh, that's cool. Well, I mean, I get to watch him. I don't get to see. Well, he's a land whale. I don't get to see none of that cool stuff. Duncan, why do you keep going every opposite way when I get the camera set up? No, he's 700-pound toddler. Yeah, that's true. Or fine, he's a young land walrus. I don't know. He does have the tusk, huh? Land whale for sure. A trimmed land whale. So you graduated from Paris Island, George? My son was based out of 29 Palms. Sometimes we would get a 5-day pass for Christmas or something else. Hey, you bunking. Hey, you bunking. Come here. Ever get harness camo? I have a harness for him. We had it custom made. It's got his name on it and everything. But since he's whip trained by our daughter, I thought, hey, surely it's a harness. You know, it goes under his legs and everything and around, so there's no choke point on his neck. I was like, that's a great idea. It's like you got a better luck of just hooking that to hooking the leash that it came with to the bumper of my truck and trying to pull it, because it did not go well. I meant 4-day pass, sorry. I was about to say, because I wasn't Marines, but kind of thought 4-day and or 3-day and 4-day passes were like across the board. Like, we never got a 5-day. But I'm pretty sure DJ knows what it is, but does anybody know what? Because that's the other thing, Annie K. This is for you and for anybody else that doesn't know. But do you know? Because it's a part of how she trains them. Do you know what whip training or whip trained is for a pig? If you don't, I probably can get him. He's always been very mouthy. Sometimes when you walk pigs, they want to scream their heads off. I don't know why. Nashville is kind of shocking in some ways. But what it is you tap under their chins. That's your directional aid, which way you want them to go. And then you tap their flank, and that gives them what they call the go button, because you tap them, kind of like a horse, you tap them and they get to go. Well, that's how they're trained. But we get a huge amount of hate because of Duncan is whip trained. People say that we beat him, we do all this other stuff. That has never once been the case, because if you have to beat a pig to try to walk them with a whip, it is, for one, shame on them for doing that, and two, the pig just doesn't want to walk, and that's just how it is. But when you get them trained with it, you can literally just walk up and you just tap them, and they'll go every direction you want to, the same way that people do with horses. And I can actually hold on, I'm missing something. I'll keep my mouth shut. Well, keep your mouth shut about what? What happened? I'm missing something. They're intelligent and have personality, like telling a human to go left or right because you told them, right? It's obvious to us that Duncan is and has never been abused. No, and because again, that's any time that in videos that we show with Madeline with any of her show pigs, they see the whip and then the fish angler says hi. Sorry, I missed your other one. I'm scatterbrained. I was trying to let you explain or someone else jump in. Oh, okay, I got you. But yeah, I'll go get a whip. I'll see if he'll listen to me. More than likely he won't because he's Madeline. Madeline can walk in there with the whip and he'll just start walking. But when I try to do it, I barely tap him and he just like he just acts miserable. But I'll show you what he can do. I'll see if I can get him to do it. So hold on. It's your fun, Kim. If you'll walk for me, I will give you a handful of apples. Your pig is super well tamed. I got 4 pigs for show in New Mexico. That's awesome. So since you show pigs, you'll know what, you should know the correct way. You know, you do not have to be forceful to them. It's all about consistency and patience. And because we see it all the time where people get way too heavy-handed on these animals. And it really irritates me. It really irritates Maddie. But I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. Oh, I didn't take it that way. Let's see. Clearwater. Let's see. I'm trying to get this. Apparently, old thing. Hardest. So sad. Hemp, Duroc, and 2 cross. That's awesome. No need to be heavy-handed. No, there's not. And I'll just go ahead and throw it out there. Anybody that does that, or if you see any of the kids that, because we see it all the time, that treat their animals that way, well, guess what? They learned it from somebody, and usually it's their parents. And all I can say to that is shame on them. There's no need to be rough with those animals because they will learn. Because like this is a show whip. This is actually one of Duncan's original ones. And all this is a little flexible piece of something. I don't even know what it is. It's like fabric. But all you have to do is even when they're young and they don't want to listen, you just keep doing it until they basically just get like, all right, I get what I got to do now. There's never a need to get heavy-handed. But let's just see if Duncan will listen to me. He'll probably just scream at me as soon as I barely tap him. Duncan, if you be good, I will give you treats. All right. You gotta be good. You want to show everybody how pretty you can walk still? You want to show everybody? Okay, here. There he goes. All right, come on. We're gonna walk over here, okay? Come on. Go. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that first. Now he's gonna try to go after my pockets. Here. No, turn. He knows I've got treats. Okay. I shouldn't have brought treats in here because that's all he's gonna do. I was trying. Oh, there you are. That's it. That's it. I promise. I promise. Look. We'll try it when he gets done chewing. Look, there's nothing. Now you want to try to walk, or is that just you and a Maddie? Or are you going to start screaming and letting everybody know you don't want me touching you? So can we turn? Come on, turn. See? Mouthy. You'll get one of those. There's always, it doesn't matter. You go to a pig show, you'll see a pig out there walking, and it can be walking by itself. And it will just scream at the top of its lungs, because once they find their voice, it's over. He was one of them. Once he did good for a couple of shows, and then He was chill, but then I guess he figured out, I can scream at the top of my lungs and everybody looks at me. And then that's all he did after that. But he still did good. So, but when Maddie does that, he doesn't make a peep now. But when I do it, can I get by and I'll give you some more apples? If you let me get by, I'll get you some more apples. I gotta get out the gate. Can I get out the gate? I'll get you apples. I'll get you apples. You gotta hold on. You gotta hold on. Maddie's not here. You're not coming out. Just count. Okay, just count. Do a pull. See, I did it. Duncan, if you don't attack me when I do this, I'll give you treat. Yeah. See, but Madeline can walk in here and she can literally, all she has to do is walk in here with that whip and he'll just start walking with her. And but again, though, he trained her. But as soon as I do it, I just barely tap and he's just like, no, no. Ain't that right, buddy? Why are you so close? Yeah, it was dumb of me too. I went in there and because he saw me put them in my pocket. I knew as soon as I turned, he was going to try to like go after my pockets. So, yeah, whatever. She trained him, you mean? Yeah, I probably screwed that up and said it wrong. But if he wasn't so loud with me doing it, I would actually try to get him to walk around here and show how pretty he can walk. But I don't want, for one, I don't want to irritate him. And two, I don't want people in the neighbors saying, what's going on down there? Duncan, get the stretchy toy. Or just keep walking past it. That's fine too. Oh. But yeah, this was one of his original ones. It's a collector's item now. Duncan. I know he hears me. That tail gets working. Duncan. Oh, well, I'm so glad, sir, that you listened so well. Don't have nothing, buddy. Oh, yeah, he's usually, let's see, someday when he's rich and even more famous, that might be worth some money. Yeah, it will be. Well, we'll get him to sign it, too, with a nose boop. But no, half the time if we're trying to get him to go in his barn and he won't listen, Maddie can literally be sitting outside the fence, like in that chair, and I'll be in there saying, come on, bud, let's go to bed, go to bed. And he'll just sit there and look at me, and I'll start tapping his butt. I'm like, come on, and he'll start going, and then Madeline will just stand up, and she'll go, Duncan, bed, and she'll point to his barn, and he'll just like put his head down and start walking away. It's like, yeah, you had the boss tell you what to do this time. He's throwing a tantrum with you. Oh yeah, 100%. As soon as, like I said, she can stand up and just have the whip in her hand, and he'll just start walking next to her like it's nothing. I do it and he sees it, and as soon as I barely tap him, he's like, no, no. Ugh. But that's where a lot of that with the if they're treated right, that's where a lot of that misconception comes from, because some of them just, it doesn't matter. You could go out there with a feather glove and tap them with it, and they will scream once they find their voice. Duncan, like I said, first few shows he did fine. He'd have a little meh every once in a while. But then I remember at State, he was going into the show ring, And we were so excited because, you know, he was looking so good and strutting his stuff, and he walked out there. And then we were standing there, and it's kind of like when you're a parent and you can hear a kid cry, and you know if it's yours or not from their cry. I literally was walking around the side of the arena and hadn't heard nothing, and then I heard it start winding up. It was almost like a tornado siren. I was like, well, that's Duncan. The moment Mama talks, he knows he's in trouble. Yeah. Well, it's usually when she raises her voice, because she'll go, Duncan, go to bed, and he'll just stare at her, and then she'll say, Duncan, and then he'll do his little side eye, kind of like, I bet she's not gonna get up, and then she'll stand up and go, Duncan, and then as soon as she does that, he goes, Rrr! And then he'll just walk away. That's why we always do our best to treat our pigs with respect. Yeah, you have to. Not only is it like that, it's not only is it the right thing to do, is if you don't treat them with respect, especially like Duncan his size, they will mess you up. And it don't take much. It's just a step on your foot and then a swing of their head. There goes your kneecap. Because that's just like with him. Is it funny when he flips me out of my chair out here? Oh, 100%. But as soon as he does it, I tuck and roll and get out of the way, because I don't know if he's about to get the zoomies after that, or he's going after the chair. You know, I don't want to get caught up in it, because I know even though he is a gentle giant, he's a baby, they can still do damage. I'm walking one of my 3 pigs right now. That is talent. He is watching a live stream and walking a show pig. And that's what it's all about. It's all about learning. This is all in my opinion. It's about learning the animal, learning yourself, and how to treat an animal. But it says a lot about the person showing on how they treat them. That's the biggest thing. As long as they're treated right, their health is taken care of, all that stuff, that's what it's about. My boar and my Herper girl, they have their number. My Duroc hamster girl, she needs a bit of firm hand, but it's always done with the respect to her. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Sometimes, and when I say this kind of loosely, even with like Duncan, if we're loading him up on the trailer, Madeline, we don't do that. Me or my wife does not put him on the trailer, because she can, like I said, she can tap him up that ramp and everything, and he walks just fine. But if me or my wife try to do it, he's like, no, and he'll bow up, arch his back, and and at that point you have to stop, because for one, you don't want them to try to back up, slide off the ramp, whatever. But even sometimes when I say you have to be a little bit more like a firm hand, like DJ said, you sometimes we'll be walking him up on the trailer, and he'll see something like squirrel brain. He'll see something, he'll look down, he'll start sniffing and trying to chew on it. When he's at the very top of the ramp, at that point, that's a risk. So Madeline will literally get behind him and grab him by his butt, and she'll just shove him as hard as, even though he's 700 pounds, she'll just grab and shove him, because all it takes is one little slip and he could roll out, get hurt her. So the fish angler says, how old is he? He is actually 3. He will be 4 this July. She's a bit more headstrong than the other 2, and that's why I always make sure I have an extra body or 2 just in case. The other 2, we use food for bribes. There ain't nothing wrong with bribing with food. Oh, he's getting ready to go to bed. He's nesting. He's so cute when he nests. Watch, he'll grab mouthfuls and try to toss it. He just lifted that cement block with his nose like a feather. Oh no, Patricia, if I can get it on camera, he's got a mouthful. He will take, the other day, that center block again is not for him. It's for the goats to help them jump up on the spool. The other day he put his nose in it and put his bottom jaw under the other side of it in the little hole, and he was picking it up and walking it around up in the air like he was so proud. He was like, look everybody, look what I'm doing, like it was nothing. And he's getting all happy. But yeah, that shows you how strong they can get. I was able to walk my Hereford all the way from the neighbor's pen back to the pen. My boar hears me with a scoop of food. He comes running. He's just like, "Oh yeah, dinner lady's here." Taking his block for a walk. Yeah, he does. Oh, look, he's hooving his little nest. He's so cute when he does that. I hate to tell you, Duncan, but when you're grabbing those mouthfuls and you're just spitting them out in front of you, you're not really building anything, but we won't take that away from you. But Patricia, what's even more impressive is when he takes that and he flips it over with his nose. That scale without these extension plates, I don't know if you can see it, but how thick as steel they are. That is cold rolled steel, and the scale alone without the extension plates on it was 250 pounds. Those plates, I think, were about 30 pounds each, 30 or 40 pounds. And he'll take and put his nose under that and flip it over like it's nothing. And then, like, I'll go over there and have to flip it back over, and I'm like trying to pick it up and looking at everybody like, help! I got my pigs in March, but they were like 3 months old and they're already walking good. Yeah. Usually when Maddie gets hers, they're about 2 to 3 months, but we're expecting that phone call. You missed it earlier, but we're expecting a phone call to go pick up our other ones in about a month. And she'll get hers a little earlier this time, so they'll be just weaned. And so they'll be about close to 2 months old. But as soon as she gets them, that's been her little ritual. She does, for the first 3 or 4 days, all she does is she'll go take like a bucket or something, and she'll just sit down with them inside their pen and just let them get used to her and smell her. And then she'll finally sit down on the floor with them and be sweet. And but then after about 5 to 6 days, she's out there with her whip, just tapping them along, like, and then she gets them to where they're just walking, where they're both in sync. They know what they're doing. We were in the steel, so I know how heavy steel plates are. Yeah. Did someone pick hers out for her? She basically, 1 second, DJ, and I'll answer that. Let me help him. We've got to refluff his bed because since it rained the other day, he's drug mud in, so I'm just helping. I don't say he's probably going to get mad that I'm doing that, because usually when I do that, he'll start pushing it out the side, like, that ain't the way I do it. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's pushing it. So all I try to do is make sure he's got a fluffy bed. And we got to do a barn cleaning Saturday. So did someone pay? You're actually my favorite YouTuber. Well, thank you. We try to just keep it real. We don't do nothing fancy. We just show Duncan is Duncan. Look at that, downward pig. Or downward hog, sorry. They're amazing. I've been subscribed to you for 1 year now. So you were actually subscribed when we had nothing. Except a couple of videos. Duncan said, another moderator just handled this. Oh, okay, thank you, DJ. It actually notifies me when you do that. Why would it blank that out or ask for a review? Duncan, like, seriously made my bed and tossing it around. There's nothing wrong with that. But where'd you say that at? Did someone pick them out? So basically, DJ, the way it works this time, she joined that team, or she got invited to the team and she joined it. The person that's in charge of it actually basically just gives her a list. He's like, what would you like to see? and she gives him like her top 3 picks, and he goes and finds the whole uh, the best that he can find, and he will send her pictures like, this is this one, this is this one, this one, this one, this. What do you think? And she says yay or nay, and then he brings them to us. That's how it works. So, does she get to go hand pick this time for the team? No, she's kind of bummed about that. Okay, so she says what she wants, and then they help her. Yes. So she's always going to want a Duroc gilt. She loves a Duroc gilt. That is her favorite. But then I think she's wanting to go Landrace or some other I can't remember what it was, but another type. I don't know. But yeah, they'll basically say, what do you want? We'll send you pictures. He sends pictures, gives his opinion, asks for her opinion. And once they meet in the middle, they pick. Since he's laying down, I'm going to go ahead and kind of button him up. So that way, I may be able to actually sit down for a minute. Duncan, you say night-night? So cute. The fish angler. What's that little emoji thing? I don't even know what that is. Eddie Weiling said hi. Hello, Eddie. Duncan, can I pet you? I know Maddie's not laying on you. Can I pet you? I'm going to set that right there. Gotta tilt it up. So we'll see. Here, I'll let you smell me. Smell me. Yeah. You gonna go night-night? You gonna go night-night? Here. Such a good boy. It's eyes seeking. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what any of that means. Oh, not saying Landrace is a bad breed. Just be careful with what you may or may not get. Yeah, I don't remember what all she said she was looking for. So don't take that to the bank with what I said, because I don't 100% know. Because when I say that I don't know what's going on half the time, I don't. I just always say I'm the driver, because I let her make all those decisions. I don't want in it. Where's the bar? Okay. That didn't work. Hold on, everybody. I gotta close this door up, but I can't do it with, a balancing act. There we go. Let me set this up here for a second. And then we will get this taken care of. Night, buddy. Ow, my thumb. Hey. Yeah, get it. Where is the bar? Did I already lose it? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's why the door wasn't closed. All right, we'll let him chill. We may get the goats out. Let's see. Tricia, thank you, Duncan. Sweet dreams, Duncan. Yeah, hey, Duncan. Everybody says sweet dreams. Okay, I'm back. You dropped it. Yeah, I did. That's something only a Hank would do. Oh, wow. Thanks. When you're in the live, you just click the little emoji button and you pick. Oh, okay. I did not know that. See, that shows how much or how little I know about any of this. But give me a second, and I gotta let them out for a little bit. Yeah. Chill. Oh, that's a light died. Oh, no. All right, what did I miss? What did I miss? Pick up. Trailers, 6 people over 6 hours to get along. Ooh. Don't get mad or get even. I can take it. I'm not a fighter. Don't encourage him. Come on, you little terrorist. Come on. Go. Or don't. What? What'd you do? It's a goat. It's a goat. It's a goat. Fish saying, I love your baby goats. Yeah, they are definitely, yeah, they're something. But yes, they are sweet. This one's like the little shy one, but this one right here is the one that likes to headbutt. Ground control to Major Tom. Let's see, here comes the second phase of entertainment. Yeah, there's something. If you look up the phrase stubborn pig, you'll see my boar's name. Okay, I will. Okay, we're gonna see if we can get this one to fight. Can you get down for a second? I know what you're wanting. You want me to. Every time I let him out, is his hair standing up? Oh, starting to. He'll stick his back hair up and make a mohawk. And he's like, I'm ready to go. Her actual name is Charlotte. Like the spider. Would you stop biting me? All right, let's see if we can get him to do it. I gotta try to set this up to where that little, deer that looked like it went to a carnival and got a caricature of itself, so he can't